Like I say, if you go to the security building now, they will start obviously getting a bit edgy. So it's up to you. You can do it now if you want, or you can wait just until Amira and Dalton get there and get
Well,
in.
I was assuming I'd be okay getting to the security building.
Getting in, but then what happens when you get in?
Because there's that guy in there who's willing to shoot people. They have called out to say that they know. What did they say in that message? Oh yeah, they say it was pretty much a case that they know that we're here, didn't they?
Pretty much.
Yeah, but they don't know we're here, according to Simon.
Well, how much do you trust Simon's judgment?
He thinks that they know we're here, but they don't know that we're here because they think that we're here.
He
Because
drinks
They
some.
don't
He
know
drinks
that
some.
we
but we're
know
not
that
going
I
there
know
because
that
we're
we
going
know
here.
that they know
Yeah.
that we
He
know.
drinks some fine scotch. I trust this man.
Yeah,
No,
too much
he
fine
said
scotch.
they know we're here, but he just wants us to stay here, wasn't
yeah.
Listen, like you're welcome to go there now if you want. I just think that like we should get her into the house first.
Amira, are you all set? Can we go?
it?
You know what
Right,
you're gonna do? We got a plan?
what's the... Yeah, okay.
Okay, you basically need to find who the important guy that they've got there is. Kill him, because that'd be awesome for us. And then if you can take down anyone else big, let me know. And we, like I said, we know there is at least one Rockford there. And if you could get rid of him, that'd just be awesome.
And what does he look like? Because I wouldn't really know.
Well, either really big and made of metal,
Yeah, I know that one.
or kind of slender and he's got a bit of a pretty face. He thinks he's better than he is, but like 6 foot ish with light ish hair, and okay, he doesn't really have any defining features except he does have a scar underneath one of his eyes, so just keep an eye out for that.
Okay. Okay. And have I
Before-
just got enough poison for him, for one person?
You've got enough, I'd say, for two, maybe, Victor. Two.
Okay.
Oh,
Before-
have you set up comms between everybody now?
Yeah, I was about to say that. So before I was going to say before they go, I want to make sure that
Oh, hang on. That's a point. I
Communication.
got presents. Simon reaches into his pocket and he pulls out like a handful of these kind of proper in-ear headsets, like the teeny tiny little ones.
Pros, yes.
I
That's what we
also give. I say to Dalton, you've still got your jammer, you've got your signal jammer, haven't you?
Yep. I'm guessing Amira will need it.
Yeah, I show you pretty much the basics. All you need to know about how it works. It's pretty straightforward to set it up. So and I also give you one of the masks, show you how to use it, how to take a picture with it, and things like that. And
Give it to me.
well, yeah, I'll give it to you, and then. Oh, it
You
doesn't
say
really
you gave me the signal jammer thing.
Well, Dalton's still got one, and I've passed him passed him. So between the two of you, so Dalton's carrying them, but you've got a signal jammer, and you've also got one of them.
Is that the thing that I could get inside Hulk?
No, is that.
Yeah. So Victor has said by putting a signal jammer inside
All right, so it is one of these then.
Yeah.
Dean, you could probably stop him from being able to regulate stuff. So
Yeah.
I just flick that to you and say you'll probably need this more than me, and flick you the signal jammer.
Like I'm ever going to get anywhere near.
But it also is a case of I also make sure you know how to use it, because when they search you going in, it might be a case if it's metal detector, that kind of things or anything like that, obviously don't want them to.
Okay, would
Yeah,
that
so
detect it?
It's so that they don't find any, like they might find you over the shoulder boulder holder or something like that.
So
Yeah,
the
but
mask
wouldn't
you've
the
given
signal
me, Rob,
jammer jam the signal of the metal detecting?
Yeah, but you don't want them to find anything, do you? What were you saying? Sorry, Dalton.
the face mask you've given me, is that currently mapped to anyone? Has it got a face that I can use? Or
I'll give you. I give you. I've got two. I've got one that looks like a mirror, and I've got one that looks like the guy that stood with Victor. So I'm gonna give. I'm gonna give you the one with the guy that looks like Victor, because what's the point in having? You can always make this one look like a mirror if you really wanted to.
Can you
Sweet.
make the other one look like me and then give it to me, please?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I'll take a picture of you and then give you the mask.
The easiest way for us to get in the security room, assuming there's plenty of security in there, is if we cause bit of a smaller ruckus first, which will make them all come out, which will make it easier for us to get in and then secure the security room.
Just create a lot of ruckuses and then you'll be alright.
Oh god, this,
But yeah,
town,
but mate-
this town's going to shit.
Make one of the guys look like you. No problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Do you
Yeah,
have
so
a
I've got-
bottle? Victor, do you have a bottle of vodka?
I have many bottle of vodka. You want good vodka, or is this going to be used for something else other than drinking?
For drinking.
For drinking, he hands over you a bottle that's like sealed and looks very, very old.
Thank you.
Is Omen just gonna get drunk and start
Nope.
killing everyone?
Nope, I want to. Okay, basically then, so... I
It
assume
is
you
vintage vodka from 2014. Hey, see what I did
So,
there?
have you guys set off then, or...
Have you got the jammer and the mask within your inventories, sort of in your character sheets?
Yeah,
Just to make sure
move
that
those
you've got-
things around.
So,
I've-
Omen,
I've
before we
taken-
go,
And you put that one in yours.
Oh, one last thing before you guys go as well. My guy came back. A Nova soldier, kind of someone who looks like, normal soldier, big buff guy walks through the door holding a really sparkly, pretty dress. Hands it over to you.
not for me.
Does within that procedure that Victor performed, did he also put like the biometrics thing in as well?
Which biometric thing?
The thing to get a mirror into the bloody party.
Oh yeah, that's the point. See, this is why this man is good. We forgot about that. Emira, come here, come here.
Thing.
Oh, that would be bad. Right, I'll go over again. I'm quite happy with Victor at the moment.
It'd have only been bad if Game Master Tim would have remembered it. That's the only way it'd have been bad.
I had
Yeah,
remembered.
yeah,
I was
everything's
waiting for
like,
one of
well,
you to remember.
Yeah.
Says that now.
Oh. He drags you around the corner around to and beneath around the screen where Lily is, so you get to see her all cut to pieces as well.
Yay! Like selfie with her.
Yeah. He basically stabs something into Lily and kind of presses a few buttons, comes back to you and goes, "Okay, this will be kind of like blood transfusion, but smaller, quicker, and easier. Give arm."
Great.
Do me a favor, just roll that stamina and thingy roll again.
You really want to have been injured.
You're trusting Victor with your body. Come on.
Great.
It's not that I want you injured, it's that I'm making sure nothing bad happens.
Oh, I
Bossing
can't
these
believe-
rolls
I
tonight.
know. Okay, just one.
That's fine. He pretty much jams this thing in your arm. He's not subtle about it. And kind of injects you with what basically is her blood.
Great.
Basically. Okay, that basically will attach itself to your white blood cells for about 2 days. It comes out of system nice and easy. You may feel slight sickness on day 3, but that's fine.
What have
Great.
you killed him
Yeah,
there?
3 days, it's fine.
Am I gonna be like passed out?
Did
I think you
I
were gonna
ever
ask
make
me.
you pass out?
I think Dalton was going to ask me something.
No, it's not allowed.
He was going to ask me something before Rob said anything, before Harvey said anything.
Can't remember what it was at this point, to
Okay.
be fair, so yeah, let's roll. Let's go.
Okay, so are we going to say that you guys wait in the house until they get there? Wait in the surgery until they get there?
Well, you said that this guy who came back is big.
Big-ish, kind of not as big as you.
No, but if I put a mask on him, then people would look.
Oh.
'Cause
Who's
I'm-
this?
My
This
my
guy?
idea is to
The guy that brought you the dress.
I got
Oh no! Don't send him off.
Well,
well
your personal tailor.
I know, but it was nice. It was sparkly.
He didn't even say anything. He was just like,
Dress.
well
I
I got
like that.
I
he
got the
fondled you
vodka
as you got into it.
because I kind of wanted to become friends with someone and get them drunk because people do stupid things when they're drunk.
Oh.
So as they're travelling up there, I want to get them drunk and then try convince him to wear this mask because it'll be funny. And take the I'm gonna call it like a laughing gas grenade to him, and like take that into I don't know, I will say the club, and then set it off with himself in the room, Because then he'll
What if
look
you're-
like Omen, he'll get pissed off at his own grenade, and everyone will start brawling. And
What
in
if your
theory, any
girl's still
security...
there?
I don't care. And if there's any security here, like, my
In
theory
theory,
is that then they'll
they
go
should
up
react.
there. And I still have a shrapnel grenade left then, for extra menacing.
And
But also the
whilst,
timing of this is critical, because it's got to be based on... It's just like while they're travelling, I'm getting him drunk and becoming good friends with him.
yeah. Also, whilst they're traveling as well, I think I would have taken the. They did because they had paper blueprints. Did Simon of this building? Oh, is that right, Tim?
Repeat that, sorry.
These blueprints. Obviously, they don't know exactly which blueprints are which, but can I like? Are they paper copies, digital copies? What?
Paper.
So can I sort of? Has he got Simon got them on him or? Yeah. So can
Oh,
I
I thought we
also?
said these were back at the base. Or was that the digital copies were
That's
back
a
at the
digital.
other
Yeah,
base?
the digital copies are back at the base, but they've basically got just paper drawings of it. So there's no way of knowing from that which one's real, but you can basically see the 4 layers.
Can I kind of like take images of them all using my laptop and upload them onto my laptop so I have them all there, so
You
that
can.
I can potentially use them to overlay to find out maybe in future which is the accurate one.
Yep. So yeah, when we get there, I'll give you some landmarks and we can try and figure stuff out.
Yeah. Because it's easy to operate a digital.
You guys
As a
are wandering
hack-
up, he's scanning stuff, and I'm getting drunk with another beefy guy in the corner.
Pretty much.
That sounds like a good night out to me.
I don't know if you heard my plan, Tim, or not.
I did hear your plan. It's amazing.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So yeah,
Okay.
we're just on the way up.
does anything happen on the way up?
Well, on the way up, Liam's basically chatting up this guy.
Yeah. Get him drunk.
Always with the chatting guys.
operator.
Do me a favour, Liam.
Oh, here we go.
It's always that, isn't it? Just do me a favour.
Yeah, I don't like doing you favours.
Could you roll me?
I like also how Liam's dressed as an Eclipse guard still, and he still managed to walk into the Nova thing. Like, la la la.
Presence persuasion
He was with
plus
Simon.
1 for the vodka.
Presence and persuasion.
Yeah. And then plus 1 because you've got a nice bottle of vodka to share.
5d10 over. Might have succeeded.
I think this guy wants to get drunk.
He's on
He
it.
likes wearing masks and throwing grenades. It's fine.
Who doesn't?
You basically go over and start talking to him and, offer him a glass of vodka, of which he's more than happy to oblige. And you sit there merrily talking for sort of half an hour, which is very unusual for Omen.
Yeah, I can't imagine him making small talk.
Yeah.
Just see the
It's
football
weird.
of the night.
I'm imagining the rivers of red afterwards. So.
Owen's
Oh,
so
well.
creepy.
He is kind of creepy, to be fair. Like, if...
Oh, he's so sinister. He's so sinister.
I just love how Harvey's just like always like, oh, my best friend Omen, and then Omen's there like, I'm gonna get people drinking.
I was like reveling like people dying and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like if he looks after me and I don't die, I don't care what he does. As long as I survive.
Do shit crazy.
I still want to survive.
Don't panic. This map looks huge, but it's because I've got different floors of the building on the same map, just so that we didn't have to switch between lots of maps. So don't panic.
Okay.
I'm panicked.
Too late. Already panicked.
Okay.
I'm panicking.
So, you were given coordinates of where the mansion was, and you walked up to its rough location. On the way, you do notice the tunnel that they were talking about, sort of the tunnel entrance, and it does look like, again, one of those kind of big sort of sewer grate entrances.
Okay.
But as Amira knows, she doesn't need to go there. Dalton has the option if you want to. But Amira, you're using the front door and being all lovely and stealthy, so you kind of ignore it as you walk past it, but you make a note of where it is. On the way there, you've basically got, from where you're coming from, a bank, and then it's down this kind of bank a little bit, and then off in the distance, let's say, let me have a look at my thing there. From where the bank starts, it's about 300 feet downwards, or 300. What were we using, yards or feet, or I can never remember what
Yards.
we used. So about 300 yards down from there. So you've got a fairish gap between the bank and the house, but that's kind of rough distance. So You could use it as a sniper vantage point. It's going to give you a little bit of trouble, possibly, with distance, but it's physically possible.
Who are you talking to?
Who?
Trouble at 300 yards.
I said a little bit, possibly. Around the outside of this place, you do notice there's quite a few people sort of just stood around looking kind of, around sort of you can tell from the way they're stood, these ones are obvious private security. And from where you are, but the thing is they look just like partygoers, so if they were to start milling around the crowd, you would not really notice who was who. So I'm just adding people onto the map. Bear with me one moment. Okay, and the top bit that you can see here is basically the front of the building. And those are just a bunch of men who are stood around. 2 on the door, another 2 on the front. 3 on the front.
Sorry, where's the door?
The door is...
door
yeah, hang on. Door is there, so you can see it's in between those 2 blokes. They're kind of stood on top of it at the moment. That's the problem. But yeah, so they're stood on top of it, kind of obviously just they've got a little like pocket scannery thing, and as their people are going in, you can see one person's just gone in, and they handed over that little card that was like the invitation. It's like a little plastic sheet that Amir had been given. They basically hole punch that, and then they sort of wave it up against where the arm is of where this sort of scanner would be that Amira had injected into her, and they can then just get waved in when it matches. But there doesn't seem to be any other security check as of yet for them.
Okay, so I guess as we get to the bank, I have a look around and just say, this looks like a good spot for me. I'm going to stay here.
That's easy enough for you.
So I'm going to put you on the map, but you're not that close. You're like way further away, but it's just so we know you're up that way, essentially.
Yep, okay. And then obviously I get my backpack off and start getting set up.
You're just going to have a camping trip, aren't you?
Yep, I'm going to get the tent out, get the beans.
Amira, it's over to you to possibly start being sneaky stealthy.
Yay! First of all, I should probably get rid of my knife that I have. So, can I hand that over to Dalton to keep?
You can.
Lockpick set, are they going to fit in shoulder holder, or is it...
They're not going to fit in shoulder holder. However, you could easily strap them underneath your dress if you wanted to attempt it and get it through. Because by the looks of things, when things match, they don't check security.
What are they like? Can I like put one in my hair or something? Like, and try and like pass it off as like...
Ooh, see that I like. Do me a favour. You like my favours. Roll manipulation subterfuge for me.
You know how we've got these in-ear comms? I'm guessing they're working pretty much all the time, so we can now, like, whenever a character speaks, the other people can hear the character. Is that okay?
Yes.
It's just like a constant transmission.
Kind
How
of.
sensitive are they? Can you hear like what people are saying to characters as well?
Yeah, you can hear what the person's saying, and if it's like a face-to-face conversation, you can hear that as well. But if it's I was talking to somebody across the room, you wouldn't. And it's like an always-on type thing, but best way I can describe it is if you were to kind of do that with your ear, just kind of do that, it's like a click, and you can hear as you press it like a little click, so you can turn it off and on if you wanted, if people are getting too noisy in your ear.
Okay. I'd have mine pretty much turned on permanently, I think.
Yep, you've managed to successfully fashion them to look exactly like they fit in your hair and wouldn't look complete out of place at all, so you've got 2 lockpicks with you.
Yay, sweet. Cool. And the rest I'll just hand off to Dalton as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that bit. What did you do? You used them as like hair clips?
Basically, yeah, she's using part of her lockpick set as hair clips, so they just look like hair clips, and she's done it rather successfully.
Stealthy mofo.
Well, also, I've got my box. Oh yeah, Dalton,
Almost
you can
like you
look
got
after my
subterfuge.
dented box as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Dalton, look after my dented box, will you?
Best offer all night.
Once or twice.
Omen may have punched it. that happens.
It's Omen's been punching your box, has he, Amira?
Again, yeah.
Trying to pry it open.
Right, okay, let me head on in then. I take it that there are people still going in, it's not like...
Yeah, there's it's not massively busy, so there's just 1 or 2 people every sort of 10 minutes or so. So it's not as if there's crowds of people.
Can I have like a closer look to see if they do anything special at the door, or if it's just...
As you saw one person going in, you saw it really was a case of they had handed this, like, kept hold of this plastic thing, handed it over to the guard. They kind of did this little clip scan type thing on it, did a clip scan type thing on the upper bit of the arm there, and then checked their scanner and just went, off you go.
Okay, cool. Right, I'm going straight on in then.
So you're going to go straight on in. So
yeah,
you're on the map. Feel free to move yourself.
So Tim, from my view from where I am, is the sort of black line the front of a building, or is it like a fence, or...?
Black line is not actually there. That's distinguishing between the different maps I've got on the screen.
No, sorry, I mean like the bit you've revealed so far to like the doorway. Is that the door to a building, or is that the door to like a fence?
That's the door to a building. It's literally like a
so
thing.
I can see the front of a building.
Yeah, think kind of manor type thing. It's a nice country home, big country home. They live in a house, a very big house in the country.
I've now got that song in my head.
Oh.
Is that not SoundCloud? Can you not get that playing while we go through this scene?
I wish it was.
Popple can sing it to us, it's alright.
No, it's alright.
Sure.
Yeah, pretty confident.
So can I see in any
That's
windows
right.
or anything from where I am?
From where you are, yeah, the front two. I don't know why I keep pointing. I need to do the selecty thing.
This bit.
Those 2 kind of things there, they're big bayish windows. So I'll reveal some of them to start with.
So Dalton can see in those windows.
Yeah.
Is it wrong that I kind of imagine, in Home Alone where he sets it up to look like there's a party going on in his house and stuff going on trains? I kind of imagine that going on in the background.
I just walk in and I'm like, what the hell?
Okay. So you're going up to the thing. One of the guards kind of turns to you. Could I see your invitation, please, ma'am?
I just handed it to him, yeah.
Scans it. Could you please hold out your left arm, ma'am? Yeah, she scans out your arm. Scans your arm.
Did you really have to just do that to figure out which was left?
You want to be in the car with him, mate. Jesus.
I really don't.
Turn left, right, left, right.
I
One of
don't. I've
those
heard the
ones.
stories.
It
It's when
looks
she
like
takes her
it's
hands
kind
off
of
the wheel to do it, that's the worrying part.
presses a few buttons. In you go, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's walk on in.
So you
Oh,
walk
she's
into the first room there. All you can see is it's big stately ballroom. Anywhere you see that kind of zigzag pattern, that's a set of stairs.
Okay. Where the most people can, like, the most I can go into that one. The
Currently,
left.
yeah, there's 2 kind of rooms there, the ones that have been revealed. You can see people kind of milling around those places, just sort of talking to each other, making idle conversation. If you go sort of back this way, you can hear that there are people down there as well, and the upstairs seems to be fairly quietish. Most people appear to be kind of just milling around downstairs at the moment.
Okay. I might as well start going into the left room then and have a scout around. Ooh, swanky.
Okay.
Question whilst he's moving to.
Yep.
So in terms of like the roof of this building and stuff like that, can I see anything up there? Any movement, any activity?
There doesn't seem to be much with the roof. There's it's one of those sort of slanted roof things. It looks like the building probably has 3 floors because you can see 1, 2, 3 sets of windows and then the roof. On the roof, there is sort of one person sort of walking back and forward, almost as if they're kind of just keeping a watch out of things, but they're not doing anything majorly important at the moment.
Okay. I'm just conscious, Dalton's conscious of the fact that if Sam's around, that's kind of the sort of place he likes to linger.
So you can just hear You know, there's music, there's drinks going around, the drinks are flowing. It's rather a nice engagement of everyone talking to each
Oh.
other about
So
nice
would,
posh things.
would Harvey and Norman be aware that she's in there? Yeah.
She hasn't said anything to say she's in there yet.
Would we not hear the music?
I
You
think
can hear
I'd
the
probably give you
music,
an
so you
update,
could
to be honest.
probably assume, and you know, Dalton can say she's gone in.
I think I'd be, as I'm watching what's happening, I'm obviously watching her walk in, I'd probably say, like, she's in the building tonight.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a drink anyway.
Whoa.
Start
You can't
Like
blending.
it.
stop and
Nice
enjoy
little
yourself,
relax.
we got a job to do.
Everyone's getting drunk. I'm joining in.
No, woman's getting somebody else drunk.
Yeah, but I bet he has to drink as well, a little bit.
Of course he does.
I'm a big guy. I've got a high tolerance.
1 for me, 10 for you.
Having said that, like, at least one of your arms isn't, like, human, so you can't store anything in there.
That loses some mass. You're correct.
Okay, what are the folks near me talking about? Anything in particular that I can join in on or not?
You kind of overhear these two in conversation, and the sort of man saying to the woman, "Well, you know, it's just a shame what happened to them, but it's something that kind of had to be done. You know, when these children, after all, you know, they may have been subject, but they were children. Once they outlived their usefulness, it's just a shame we didn't have the funds to house them properly."
I don't want to
Just
join in
get
on that
Amira
one.
in the corner quivering again.
Yeah,
Don't
Mira's
give him
out.
ideas.
Yeah, I'm gonna move swiftly on and carry on. Keep going down here then. What's this way?
Where's my revealy bit? Just let me know, by the way, if at any point you want to start doing your stuff, Omen, and I'll then move over when needs be.
Yeah, I
I'll
guess
have
I'm
to
kind
start
of.
that whenever. I guess when we get a decent.
Yeah, a decent
I
point
get-
to kind of do it with.
Yeah, I guess when we get a decent point here, we can go back because then
Yeah,
we
sounds
can
good.
do that.
There'd
and,
be
like,
half. Yeah, there'd be.
you can
sort
use
of
your
happening all-
imagination to overlap it. Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
rather than flicking back and forth all the time.
As you walk into this room, it kind of reveals itself to be sort of fairly biggish open space, and people are using it as like a little ballroom and having a nice little soiree of dancing, aren't they? Aren't they lovely?
Very romantic with the couples in there, they're all, like, nicely paired off.
It's good, isn't it? It's all, yeah, it's the kind of thing these higher society people do. They like to, you know, mingle and
Mingle, that's what we're calling it, is it?
mingle. That kind of party.
Is it like an
Um,
eyes wide shut party?
Every now and then there are
Is there a ball in the
people-
middle with keys in it?
No, that was in the other room, believe it or not. Ooh. These people are normal, the other ones were freaky. Every now and then you do see there are sort of waiters walking around with little things of hors d'oeuvres and drinks and things like that. But it just seems so far, you know, fairly normal-ish. There's nothing of note to really look at yet.
Alright. Let me go back. Check out the other room.
Okay. There's a table there, and there's a few people, and they've sort of started makeshift playing cards. Looks like they're playing poker from what you can see.
Alright.
And there's people around sort of spectating, and they're all just having a jolly old time, using the dinner table, playing some
Could turn
cards.
into the most boring bit of D&D ever, where she just sits down and starts playing poker and eating hors d'oeuvres for like 4 hours.
What I would do is I basically set up a thing on partypoker.com, and me and Maz just play poker while you guys watch, and it'll be great.
Like some sort of mini game or something.
She's just trying to fit in, trying to get him to trust her.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it. It's all intentional.
Right, cool. Oh, I wish I could do that. Stay there forever.
You're welcome to try and join the table if you want. I'm not going to stop you. All these things are here for you to interact with.
To be fair, I can come back. Let's do it.
Amira was a
Yeah.
fiend
There's
for
a bear
gambling in
game
her
in the other
youth.
She
In
has
the other
a
room, they're
gambling
doing
addiction.
cockfighting. Wah!
It's not what you think in a mirror.
Whoa.
Oh, right. Yeah, is that a door at the bottom? Can I keep on going?
That's a door there.
Oh, okay. She won't be like blending in very well trying to go through the wall.
No. Just going, ah!
What's happening?
As you look through that way, you can't see too much yet. You can just see a few people. There are people there sort of talking, but you can't really make it out from where you stood.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And as you walk around, you notice that it's basically like on the right side of the wall from where we stood there is like a trophy cabinet, basically, and it's just full of different kinds of awards and pictures and medals and things like that. And then there's a few people stood in front talking. The one thing that catches your eye in the cabinet is that there are quite a few guns in there as well, but they don't look like normal guns. They're kind of antique versions of the sort of guns that are used today, and then there's also a lot of modified things in there. So it's almost an arsenal, but they're kind of put there as if they're on display. That got you in trouble so many times before.
Let me go have a. Can I have a little closer look and try and like join in conversation?
Yeah.
Not that she's gonna know anything about guns, but
You got someone on your communications that can tell you anything you need to know.
This is
If I
true.
could see them.
As you walk closer, you do notice that the two people there are they are discussing the guns that are currently in the cabinet. They're just sort of having a little chat, going, "Oh, well, you know, it's very odd that you'd see something with a side-mounted rifle like that. I mean, it's just impractical. I think he just collected for the fun of things, you know. Everything to be unique with this, with Mr. Rockford. He really thinks that he's special with these, but you know, if you think about it in a proper war situation, you're just not going to use them."
So having heard this, I instantly say to Amira, you don't need to worry about Big Metal Hulk. It's definitely Sam that's here.
righto.
Fair assessment.
Okay, so I'm looking for the Scar guy, right? Okay.
Before you ask, I have actually placed him somewhere on the map, but he doesn't have his icon, because I know which one it is. So if you happen to spot him...
Oh, have I been looking all, like for?
You've not been doing any kind of investigation at the moment. You've just been assessing the building.
You've just been enjoying the
You're
bar.
not going to notice anyone with a scar when you've just been walking around aimlessly so far.
Right, let me look. Well, he won't be in that room because they're talking about him.
Oh, see, that's using your wits.
Let me go back in poker then. He might be playing poker.
Like a true James Bond villain.
Yeah. Can I have a look around at people?
So you're
I
gonna
love that.
have
I'm probably trying to distract you now by going like, what are the guns
to-
like?
What are the
Are there
guns?
any good
What
ones?
guns are they?
Give me some decent
Oh.
guns. Go back to the cabinet.
And they're like, gun?
You've got triggers?
Yeah.
Shoot bullets.
Just get them all. Bring them all.
It looks good sizey.
So do you want to do an investigation wits roll to see if you kind of notice anything in this room in particular?
I quite enjoyed the music.
Quite
we have
relaxing.
this like the tense stuff that we get.
What I love is it's the nice relaxing music and you're trying to kill a man.
Yay!
How
Two
sinister.
successes. As you look around, you don't notice anyone who fits the description you've been given so far. You can pretty much tell from the way they're stood that that gent there and that gent there are part of the security team, just because they don't fit, if that makes sense. They look the part, but they just don't fit.
Yeah.
Sorry, which guys were those? Although I guess I can't see from here anyway, can I?
You can see one of them. So what I will do is, just for ease's sake, because you make a mental note of it, for now, because they're private security, I'll replace the ones that you notice with that icon.
Okay. And I'm pretty much going to assume that the 5 outside are as well.
Well, you haven't properly noticed that yet, so hang on a sec. But yeah, you definitely those two. So
Yeah, well, they checked passes, didn't they? So
yeah, you know for
unless they're just really weird guess.
absolute
I don't know who's going
bold
to be there.
fact that those two are as well. So yeah, Star is private security.
Right. Can I go talk to this guy here that's looking next to me?
Yeah.
And I want to try and kind of, I don't know, start a conversation, but I want to try and see if he can give me a tour.
Well, as you approach him, you can tell he's kind of watching the poker game at the moment. As you approach him, he takes note that you've walked over and just goes, I do love how Sandwell always tries to bluff his way out of the cards he's got, don't you think?
What am I doing?
Was that your response? A goofy laugh.
She's so good in polite company.
I'm really top notch at this. Yeah, I'm gonna like bluff my way and go like, yeah. I also know what you're talking about.
Tell you what, I'm a betting man as well, but poker's not my game. I like reading people in a different way. I bet you he'll bluff on the next hand and lose. What do you say?
Yeah, but he knows stuff and I don't.
He kind of looks at you a bit seedishly. He's kind of, you'd say he's, early 40s, late 30s, and just turns to you in a seedish way and goes, well, if I win the bet, you owe me a dance. How about that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's gonna smooch along. She's gonna be like, oh, hell yeah.
You're not going to
Of
find
course,
out what
let's
you
go.
get if you win.
Hey, oh yeah, what do I get?
Well, what would you want, miss?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna
One of the
lose,
guns,
clearly,
one
aren't
of
I?
the guns.
I've got people in my ear. God damn it.
I'm guessing we can hear this conversation.
Yes.
Say, I say, get a tour of the house. Try and figure out the layout of the house.
Okay, yeah, I'll say a grand tour.
Because I might be able to figure something out from.
It is a rather remarkable home. I suppose I could indulge. Let's see what happens. The hand of poker starts getting played, and I'm now seeing who wins.
Party
'Cause I have no
poker.
idea.
On it.
Party poker, Jack, come. No, I'm just doing dice rolls to see who wins. Because I
We
have
get
no
a
idea.
sponsorship now. Is that how we're getting money?
This could easily go either way.
Flashing at the bottom.
Yeah. You too can play poker at partypoker.com.
The hand goes almost exactly as the gentleman you were stood next to saying. The two women there kind of start small bets. The guy on the actual guy puts in a fairly large bet, and the other two call him out, and it turns out he had absolutely nothing. And the guy you're stood next to chuckles to himself. I did say he does this, but it's obvious for everyone who knows him. I do apologize. I don't believe I've introduced myself. My name is Major Chadwell. He kind of half bows to you, or almost expecting to get your name.
Okay. I'm just gonna say.
I'd say give him a. I kind of quickly say give him a fake name.
Okay, yeah, I'm Jessica.
Do a subterfuge. What's the other one? Subterfuge composure, because you're trying to think on your feet. Stay composed.
That could have been bad.
What's your name? Jessica? Adam, baby? Wait, what's your name? Amira? Jessica?
God.
Fuck.
Major Chadwell.
He kind of takes your hand and kisses it in a very seedy way and goes, well, Jessica, I believe you owe me a dance. He sort of half leads you by the hand and kind of goes, unless you argue.
No, I'll go with him. That's it. It's quite fun, this. Do this
I think you hear me in your ear. Victor did say you got enough poison for 2. Maybe this guy'd be fun to get rid of.
Ooh, there's some jealousy in the air.
And one last
Didn't
thing.
get my guns. I'm bitter.
So this is something I hadn't planned, but it's amazing. Do me a favour and just roll dexterity athletics for me, Max.
See how good you are at
You got 2
dancing.
left feet.
Please critically fail.
Please critically fail.
This has got to be one of the first times in D&D ever Weston was rolling to see how good they are in a ballroom environment.
You know how,
Probably
like,
not.
during character creation, it comes up with all those obscure things, like being able to do woodworking and shit like that you're never going to use. I always like to throw 1 or 2 of them in, just to see what the fuck happens. So in this game, it's
Oh.
dancing, apparently.
Harvey, you should be in here with your striking looks. You'd be like,
I'd be very noticeable. People.
Was that your roll at the bottom, the one success?
Yeah.
Okay, he kind of leads as you dance, and you stumble a little bit at times, but he kind of finds it endearing more than anything. He realizes that you're just not the best dancer, but you're certainly not, flat-footed.
I kind of laugh it off and say, 2 left feet, go on that way.
Freak! Ugh! Oh no, you don't mean literally. Oh right, okay. My apologies. So,
After when you go
Miss
near Victor.
Jessica, what brings you here?
What are people saying in my ears? Anything?
Everyone just goes.
Come on, you're meant to be like the disguise you would and shit. So
You're sneaky.
I'm giving you a fucking scenario based on your skill set. Come on.
we're just watching this pan out. I've created my own scenario for my skill set.
I would only be able to give you any sort of information if we'd already broken into the security centre and I'd got some information on this Major Chadwell whilst you were doing it. But
And I'm
not
getting
in
someone
that
drunk.
moment.
So.
Do me a favour, Rob. If you want to do that, just roll a computer investigation type thing now or whatever it was.
Hacky one.
Yeah, hacky roll. Hack roll.
Just a random question, Tim.
Yo.
Major Chadwell isn't anyone that's familiar from background at all, is he?
No, just a random sort of Eclipse high ranker now, but no name that either of you recognise.
5 successes on trying to figure out who Major Chadwell is.
Oh. You get given a file. It seems that you've bumped into the head of the personal security around here at the moment.
Okay, so I obviously relay that message amongst all the team.
I wasn't far off when I said
Basically,
getting rid of him as well.
light weapons expert and head of the security currently, head of Eclipse's personal security at the moment. So literally, not just this party. He is the head of the personal security. It's a big party.
Shit, I picked the wrong person.
He picked you. You went.
I agree with I agree with Dalton that maybe if you do have time, you should clear him out too.
As a secondary target, get rid of Sam first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't start dropping everyone left, right, centre.
Well,
Whilst you all sit
if one of them
back,
just
get
drops, Sam's not going to stay hanging around, is he?
Since we've just discovered that, would now be a good time to see if the other thing works, because it could change the whole scenario for
Yep.
Amira
Yeah,
here.
So Amira, you start dancing the night away.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, depending what happens on the other side, since we know who that is, that could change.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it could
Yeah, it's
be.
probably a good time for a segue into what you guys are doing.
yeah.